Distinguished President of the Senate, the Honorable Speaker, the National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, the Principal Officers of the National Assembly, Excellencies, the State Governors present here, distinguished members of the National Assembly, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, honorable members of the Federal Executive Council. I will start by asking you to pardon my voice. As you can hear, I have a cold as a result of working hard to meet your deadline. I am delighted to present the 2020 federal budget proposals to this joint session of the National Assembly, being my first budget presentation to this 9th National Assembly. Before presenting the budget, let me thank all of you, distinguished and honorable members of the National Assembly, for your avowed commitment to cooperate with the executive to accelerate the pace of our socio-economic development and enhance the welfare of our people. I will also once again thank all Nigerians who have demonstrated confidence in our ability to deliver on our socio-economic development agenda by re-electing this administration with a mandate to continue the change. We remain resolutely committed to the actualization of our vision of a bright and prosperous future for all Nigerians. During this address, I will present highlights of our budget proposals for the next fiscal year. The Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning will provide full details of these proposals subsequently. The economic environment remains very challenging globally. The International Monetary Fund expects global economic recovery to slow down from 3.6% in 2018 to 3.5% in 2020. This reflects uncertainties arising from security and other tensions with attendant implications on commodity price volatility. Nearer to home, however, sub-Saharan Africa is projected to continue to grow from 3.1% in 2018 to 3.6% in 2020. This is driven by investor confidence, oil production recovery in key exporting countries, sustained strong agricultural production, as well as public investment in non-dependent economies. Mr. Senate President, Right Honorable Speaker, I am pleased to report that the Nigerian economy thus far has recorded 9 consecutive quarters of GDP growth. Annual growth increased from 0.82% in 2017 to 1.93% in 2018 and 2.02% in the first half of 2019. The continuous recovery reflects our economy's resilience and gives credence to the effectiveness of our economic policies thus far. We also succeeded in significantly reducing inflation from a peak of 18.72% in January 2017 to 11.02% by August 2019. This was achieved through effective fiscal and monetary policy coordination, exchange rate stability, and sensible management of our foreign exchange. We have sustained acceleration to our external reserves, which have risen from 23 billion United States dollars in October 2016 to about 42.5 billion United States dollars by August 2019. The increase is largely due to favorable prices of crude oil in the international market, minimal disruption of crude oil production given the stable security situation in the Niger Delta region, and our import substitution drive, especially in key commodities. The foreign exchange market has also remained stable due to the effective implementation of the central bank's intervention to restore liquidity, improve access, and discourage currency speculation. Sufficient windows were created that enabled small businesses, investors, and importers in priority economic sectors to have timely access to foreign exchange. Furthermore, as a sign of increased investor confidence in our economy, there were remarkable inflows of foreign capital in the second quarter of 2019. The total value of capital imported into Nigeria increased from 12 billion United States dollars in the first half of 2018 to 14 billion United States dollars for the same period, 2019. Distinguished honorable members of the National Assembly, you will recall that 2019 budget of continuity was based on a benchmark oil price of $60 per barrel, oil production of 2.3 million barrels per day, and an exchange rate of 305 naira to the United States dollar. Based on these parameters, we projected a deficit of 1.918 trillion naira, or 1.37% of gross domestic product. As at June 2019, federal government's actual aggregate revenue, excluding government-owned enterprises, was 2.04 trillion naira. This revenue performance is only 58% of the 2019 budget target due to the underperformance of both oil and non-oil revenue sources. Specifically, oil revenues were below target by 49% as at June 2019. This reflects the lower than projected oil production for cost under recovery on supply of premium motor spirit, PMS, as well as higher expenditures on pipeline security maintenance and frontier exploration. Daily oil production averaged 1.86 million barrels a day as at June 2019, as against the estimated 2.3 million barrels a day that was assumed. This shortfall was partly offset as the market price of Bonny Light crude oil averaged 67.2 United States dollars per barrel, which was higher than the benchmark price of United States dollars 60 per barrel. Additionally, revenue projections from restructuring of joint venture oil and gas assets and enactment of new fiscal terms for production sharing contract did not materialize, as the enabling legislation for these reforms is yet to be passed into law. The performance of non-oil taxes and independent revenues, such as internally generated revenues, were 614.57 billion naira and 217.84 billion naira, respectively. The receipts